Hello, hello. Welcome to another Get at Gaming podcast. I'm Alex,
I'm Ben.
and apparently I am being called to heaven. I am being raptured. I'm not what's his face? What's the kid's name? The Rizzler. You remember the rapture happened like a few weeks
Yes.
ago, supposedly, and one of the comments were like, "Has anyone seen the Rizzler lately?" And so there was like a thing where it's like, "Oh man, the Rizzler was the only one who got raptured." That little kid who just does the thing, and he's like, "Hmm." For audio
Oh,
listener, I
yeah.
was doing the Rizzler face, but that kid's hilarious. I've been watching. Side note already, it's not even a minute in. Side note, I've been watching. Jesse Cox has a new YouTube channel. It's called like Too Old for This, where he just talks about like things that he thinks he's too old for. So it's like, here's Roblox creators doing these weird videos where it's like, my mom kicked me out of my house and this and that, like these weird, like very weirdly well done productions. Or he had like a video about the Rizzler. He's like, all right, let's find out who the Rizzler is. And so I watched these Rizzler videos and he's like, this kid's hilarious. And that was the first time I ever watched the Rizzler. I was like, this kid is hilarious. Costco guys or whatever, they're not good. The Costco guys, they're not related apparently. I thought they were all related because
Really?
The Rizzler is always with the other like Costco, Big Justice, and whoever. Like they're always with each other. But yeah, apparently they're just like YouTube friends or something, or influencer friends. But yeah, the Rizzler's not related to them. The Costco guys are just annoying. Like they're just trying to. They're not genuine. Like they're just trying to, get views, get things. Whereas the Rizzler's just like, I'm a little kid. I'm trying to just live life and you're just filming it and it's hilarious.
There's a lot of people that are online right now. Like, there's a guy that Aiden showed me. His name's Neon.
Mhm.
Uh, he's super annoying. Like, he does pranks and stuff like that. Although the last thing he showed me was he thought it would be cute to mess with Rampage Jackson,
Mhm.
UFC fighter. And um, after seeing it, they said, "Hey, we're gonna go after Nick Diaz." Nick Diaz is another. I don't know if you've seen this clip.
Mhm.
So They Nick Diaz, I feel like this was planned. They were at a place or whatever.
Yeah.
But Nick Diaz rolls deep with like his crew.
Yeah.
So they go in to try and do this prank. They're at some sort of news conference, right? And what they didn't know at this news conference, because they were asking him dumb questions.
Yeah.
So Nick Diaz goes down and starts chasing him. There's like 8 of Nick Diaz people chasing him. So like, we gotta get to the car. We gotta get to the car. They did not get to the car. And now this little skinny kid with glasses is looking at Nick Diaz, who has completely destroyed people in the ring, right?
Mhm.
And surrounded by like 9 other people. Like, it's not a good situation. I wouldn't want to be in that.
Yeah.
Like, and I told Aiden, I go, so this guy gets paid to do this? He goes, yeah, he does pranks. He does this. It's like, oh, it's a prank. Like when they did with Rampage, Rampage goes, if you do that again, I'm gonna knock you out. Like in public at a
Yeah.
restaurant, they were asking about allegations. Like there was some inappropriateness or whatever.
Yeah.
They asked him like that in a restaurant when he was around a bunch of other people. How do
Wow.
you think that outcome's gonna be? I mean,
Yeah. I mean, any publicity is good publicity, I guess, right? So like you'll get something out of it regardless if you get knocked out or not.
you'll get a concussion.
Yeah, but you also might get enough money to pay for that concussion, like to,
Mhm.
pay for the hospital bill. So will it be worth it?
I
Will you
mean,
net out a little bit more money? Maybe.
I think it's hilarious because it's like these people he's messing with, especially, they get paid to beat people up in the ring. That's their job. So that's the type of person I wouldn't mess with. But Aiden loves watching this kid, and I'm like, oh my god, he's so annoying.
So speaking of your
Like,
children, at least your older children, I almost said it a different way. But as far as like, being like the cute kid on the internet, like the Rizzler or something like that, they're lost causes now, right? They're too old. They can't do that anymore. Have you ever thought of making one of your younger kids, like, have you ever thought into molding them into like a YouTube viral famous person?
I mean, So the thought has been there of like, I'm sure you've heard of Ryan's World, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so like the thought has crossed my mind of like, we'll buy him toys, he'll make some things, we'll add some stupid sound effects. But then that whole thought of like feeling guilty for like exploiting
Exploiting.
my children. Yeah.
Eh,
Like
they get
I
toys out of it,
remember
right?
I mean, if you look at Ryan's World's beginnings until like, you know, I don't know if he still does it, but like years later, so they had like normal flooring, right? Like mine, like wood flooring to like marble flooring.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't let him watch there. And by the way, there on Amazon, there are tons of people exploiting their kids.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
Amazon
it's
just
just
has a bunch of YouTube videos on there. At least for a while, I remember it's like you can just watch Angry Video Game Nerd on Amazon for some weird
yeah,
reason. You can watch Game Explain or whatever. Like I don't understand how that happens, but it's strange.
yeah. It's so like, have I thought about it? Yeah, I always feel like my one 7-year old, he could be a Disney kid. He has that look
Hmm.
of a Disney kid, but then it's like, man, then I'd have to like go with him places, and then people are gonna be like, oh, his dad's just taking advantage of him,
Not
you know.
necessarily. It depends. As long as
Plus,
you
I got a
sign the
mouth.
papers correctly for the Coogan account, I think you should be fine. They at
Plus,
least
I
get
got
their
a
money.
mouth on me. I'd probably get him and fired.
I'm sure
We know this.
other parents have said worse.
Probably.
Just get them on
Um,
Nickelodeon instead then. Disney, you might get them in trouble. Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network or something like that, they'll be like, "Oh, this is normal."
I mean, is that guy still working there? Because
No, he's
if so,
gone. He's straight up gone. Schneider, he's been gone.
I love how he tried to defend himself after that documentary came out, and he was like, "Oh, I think those were all lies." Okay, if
It
one,
reminds me of Papa John, whatever his name is. Like when you saw that video of him after a while, he's like, "I've eaten 40 pizzas in 40 days," or something like that. He just like looked disgusting. Like that's kind of what
yep,
Schneider looked like, where it's just like, man, you've been hiding in a hole, huh?
I'm waiting for him to show up on South Park with the same voice that they've used for Saddam. Like, "Hey, guy, I didn't do it. I swear."
Uh,
Like, it's it's such a funny thing. Like, I had parent-teacher conferences, and my kids are all doing really, really well. And so I'll just let them be academic. I don't wanna expose them to being on the internet, and then you gotta worry about the weirdos.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Like, when they go to, like, a Comic-Con and you see, like, you know, or something like for a signing and you see they do, like, a kids show, but then there's these older men
Hmm.
that are, like, asking the creepy questions,
Yeah.
So I don't need to, like, you know, what is it, powerbomb a person at a Comic-Con. So, I'd only do it
That's what
once though,
security
because
is
then
for, though.
yeah, probably. I would only do it once because 'cause I'd probably throw my back out.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know how we got on, like, this. I will say this though, like, I'm waiting, and this is awful, but I'm waiting for the next couple of years when Ryan is old enough to have his money if there's anything left,
Hmm.
and he's gonna rebel. I'm
Hmm.
just waiting for what that looks like. I don't know. It's gonna be something crazy, I feel, but,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, how did we get Oh, it's because I talked about the Rapture because the light was on me. And then that
yeah,
got to the Rizzler, and then I asked you about your kids, you exploiting your kids for money. Um, which apparently you're not
such
doing. So I mean,
no,
kudos for you, I guess. If anyone needs to see this in court eventually, just remember this is when he said he wasn't going to do it. So
I mean
we'll see
I
in a
mean, did
couple
he?
years, like if you're at like a convention and you just run into like a talent agent and he like does the thing, with his like makes a lens. He's like, I found a star. And so he finds like your kid, and then he like puts him on, like, I don't know, Fruity Pebbles commercials. I don't know.
If my kids got famous and I was, like, their manager and I was helping them,
Hmm.
I'm literally gonna dress like Peter Griffin when they went to the South.
Yeah.
And he wore, like, the little monocle. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's gonna be me. I'm gonna get that whole outfit, and I'm gonna wear that to things. I'm gonna look like Colonel Sanders.
Mr. Peanut. Um,
Oh my gosh.
but anyway, yeah, that was a fun segue, huh? Man, I'm just thinking about the Rizzler doing his Rizzler things. But by the way, this is a podcast where we talk about obviously anything. Whether that is video games, we might talk about that in a bit. Whether that is anime or animation, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Whether that is movies, TV shows, anything our heart's desire. We don't have one heart. We're not like that episode of SpongeBob where it's like we're brothers only closer, and he lifts up the shirt and their hearts are connected. It's not that. We're too far away for that to happen. We're in different
Yeah.
houses and like what 4 miles apart. I don't know how far we actually are. I never understand that. So like I understand like miles, I understand distances are a thing, but then like I always count it by like how many roads there are and how long it takes to get somewhere. I never do like put a ruler or a yardstick over a map and just like do it through through a house, through a whatever, like I never know exactly how close I am to you. So I'm assuming probably like what, 3, 4 miles, probably not
I
not
think
that far.
it's I think it's a little bit different because it will depend.
Hmm.
Like, when I pick you up to go to the flea market and stuff, I had all the lights, right? But if
Yeah.
I was trying to go to your house on a Saturday afternoon, it'd be like 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, it really just depends. But yeah, again, yeah, we're not we just talk about whatever we want to talk about. I don't know. This is 12 minutes
We're
of nothing.
we're getting so close though, like, we're getting close to, like, holiday where we take a break. This is this is what burnout looks like. Um,
Yeah, I
uh,
mean, it's not even necessarily burnout.
no,
It's
no.
just tongue twistedness, dead dead insideness. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, you can find us on Spotify if you care. If you don't care, sorry. You can find us on YouTube instead. You can find us on youtube.com/GetAgaming. We do have another YouTube channel we haven't really been talking about because we haven't really been doing stuff there, but we do have our let's plays on there. So a lot of our Undertale stuff got moved over to there, so I might post those again somewhere else. But I haven't put any more on there. Like Undertale is done, I just haven't put them on there yet.
yeah,
But that is a thing to look forward to. You get to watch me fight Sans and win. Spoilers, yeah, I win. And then I don't know what else we'll do there. That will probably be like a next year thing. Maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll. So right now we're also recording our holiday episodes. So in November, December, we have we're on vacation. So I'm actually like not here for like a whole month in town. So I can't even record. And so with that, yeah, we have stuff that just goes through automatically. We have some good episodes already recorded. And then we have more that we'll record and will be up and ready for you throughout those weeks. Um, and then the beginning of January or middle of January, generally we do some sort of live stream. So normally we do like a live podcast. Um, but this year, I don't know, we might do a live podcast. We might also just do another let's play thing. That'd probably be easy.
yeah.
Just play a game for X amount of hours and just cut that up. Um, but today is kind of just a whatever day, to be honest. Like we have some things to talk about, but as Ben said, I mean it's not burnout. It's also just close to the end of the year, so like there's really only so much that you can talk about without beating a dead horse. Um, and so like we can talk about some things here, but we do have new news that did happen today. I don't know if you've seen this video. I'm not going to turn on the audio necessarily, but or maybe I will actually because I it actually doesn't matter. But we do have a video that came out today from Nintendo. Did you see this?
I think I know what you're talking about, but I literally by the time I got home from stuff, it was been like crazy. But I think I know what you're talking about. But go ahead and show it. I think it looks like a because I know the internet is all talking about it. I'll see if it's the same thing.
This kid.
Yep, this is the one. I haven't seen it yet though.
Okay, so we're not gonna watch the whole thing. I do want to show off some parts about it. Again, for audio listeners, we're watching the new video. It's called "Close to You." It's on Nintendo of America's website. It came out earlier this morning, the day that we're recording, on the 7th of October, 2025, and it seems to be a there's a lot of rumors as to what this is. So I'm just gonna kind of let it play, with no audio necessarily. Just a baby and a mom hanging out, and someone knocking on the door, baby crying. Looks very I want to say Pixar necessarily. It looks more DreamWorks, I would say.
Yeah, it looks
Um
very DreamWorks.
so the whole point of this video is like, oh, the mom's gone, now just stuff is moving around, right? So there's stuff moving around, this little rattle moves, and kid plays with the rattle, and then the pacifier falls out, you see that moves, and then something's picking it up. They kind of go away, find the pacifier, just a kid exploring this magical thing, whatever it is. The pacifier's up there, the kids kind of reach it. It falls, pacifier lands up there. The kid starts walking for the first time. And then the parent sees the kid walking. And the kid almost falls, and then the parent picks it up, and um yeah, it's basically how it ends. I mean, the parent gets the pacifier back, puts it in the kid's mouth, and then it kind of ends. Um there's so many rumors and like explanations that people are trying to say about this. I want to point out a few elephants in the room. Or I guess let's start off with this. So the first thing that people are showing, and who, just off the top of your head, does this kid look like anyone to you?
I mean, uh,
There is a
like,
correct answer.
I mean, I'm getting like vibes of somebody that's a pretty prominent Nintendo. It's obviously not Mario, Luigi, or anything like that.
No.
Um, you know, and the other thing is I'm thinking of like a female
Yep.
person. Um, and I want to say Princess Peach, maybe.
So people are thinking Rosalina. The eyes,
Yeah,
the hair, the way it's curled. Um, I don't know is the answer. This is one of the main rumors, is that like the very like the gut feeling about it. People are like, oh, it's Rosalina. It's Rosalina as a kid. They're doing the Mario Galaxy movie. Um, that Rosalina like gets lost or whatever in space, and then like the Lumas kind of like raise her essentially. And so like you could make an argument like, oh, maybe the Lumas are messing around with her or something like that, right?
yeah, maybe.
Um, I think that's all a red herring. I don't think that's real. So we're gonna start here, and I'm going to. Oh, you know what? You won't be able to hear this. I just realized that. Um. Okay.
Describe to me what sound you think I should.
Okay. So it's a music cue. Um. Actually, here. Let me do this. You
We're
should
getting
hear.
all technical here.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Because of the way that I share audio and stuff, you're not gonna hear it. And so I'd rather get this Nintendo. There it is.
as we're trying to listen.
All right. Do you hear this? Listen to this part. Do you know what that sounds like?
What's that sound like?
Pikmin.
I mean, yeah, that could be as well.
So
Um,
that's Exhibit A. Exhibit B. I feel like the teacher from The Incredibles, like where he's like, "Look, there he is," like on the TV where he sees like Dash.
oh
Um,
yeah,
I think not. Um, it's okay. I'm gonna mute it just for this doesn't matter. So look, the
and he was
kid's
so
grabbing.
mad because I mean, it could be Pinkman because they could be moving the pacifier around.
So here's the thing. Look there. You see it? Top left, underneath the crib.
There's something moving.
Yeah, we're gonna
I
do it.
mean, I mean, you can't see what it is, but you could see something moving in the background.
Yeah, and it moved away. So in Pikmin lore, Pikmin are invisible to human eyes. Pikmin Bloom, one of the latest games, like the game for the AR game that like is like Pokemon Go or whatever, they
Mhm.
specifically say you can see Pikmin because of your phone, but normally the naked eye cannot see Pikmin because of magicness. And so that would explain why is this pacifier just moving, why it picks it up weird. Like it could be one of those like purple like flying Pikmin, or not purple. The there is a the pink one. It could be one of
Mhm.
those. But like in the beginning, like it looks like they're carrying it in a certain way. Um, so like if we go like when it's carrying that block, right? So like this, like that looks like a Pikmin carrying a block, like three of them.
Yeah.
Um, and then with this, like there's clearly like a couple of them holding it. So like they're getting it steady, and then they're gonna start to move it. Um, this is Pikmin. I
I
think it's
mean
Pikmin.
I mean, leave it to Nintendo to leave a video and just throw it out there with no expectation or anything and go, "Here you guys go." So my theory is in the next couple of days, we'll hear something. Whether they announce what it is, whether they show another video, or something, because you can't just leave this here.
So here's the thing as well, because it's technically marked for kids. The comments are turned off because of YouTube. So there is
That's
that.
crazy.
And also, there's
I
nothing
mean
else in here. It just says "close to you," the title of the video.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Pikmin. I
Yeah,
mean, when was the last time we got, like, a brand new Pikmin, Switch game that's not, like,
a couple of years ago,
redone? Yeah,
4
it's been a
Pikmin
couple of
4.
years.
Yeah,
But
it's like 2 or 3 years ago.
here's my question is, like, where's Kid Icarus?
No one.
You own this.
That's a Sakurai thing. So like, or that's one of his favorites. So I would say after Kirby Air Riders comes out, assuming he doesn't get put back in the Smash cage, he will probably try to do something with Pit and Palutena and all them.
I've been waiting for there was the one on, what was it? 3DS,
That
I wanna
one's
say?
really good.
Yeah, but, like, not like a console-based one.
Mhm.
And I know everyone that's listening is like, "Oh, you can play Kid Icarus on Nintendo." Well, good luck. That game's stupid hard.
They
And
both
that's like a
are Kid
big
Icarus 1
yeah,
and 2.
that is like it's so funny because 'cause I've seen streamers try to play that, and they're like, "I just don't get it because once you're dead, you're dead. That's it."
Yeah,
Um, the Game Boy game's not any easier.
no.
Um, but, like, you know, this has Pikmin written all over it, especially when you said like, "Hey, look how this moves." So I wouldn't be surprised, and I would say this week we'll hear something from Nintendo, you know? It's about that time for them to go, "Oh, by the way, here's this." We don't have a date for it, but here we go.
Others are speculating that New York Comic Con is soon, so maybe they would have something for that. But personally, I don't think they care about New York Comic Con. But if this is something related to a Mario movie, then maybe they could show something like around that time. Because the
Yeah,
Mario movie, because that's Illumination, because that's an actual like animation, like Western studio. Um, Western in quotes, I guess, because isn't Illumination technically like French or European? But
yeah,
because it is more American, like that's why we can maybe see something here soon. But otherwise, for a normal Nintendo, I don't think they care about the Western. They care about the Western market, but they don't dictate a lot of what they do by the Western market.
yeah, yeah. And I feel like Comic Con is not. I mean, there's some video game stuff there, but you don't see like you're gonna see probably like Wolverine, or you're gonna see like other things that are. Maybe we'll see that Captain America game they were working on, or with Black Panther.
Didn't that
I think
get
they got
canceled?
canceled. I think it did. Never mind.
Yeah,
Someone's working on an Iron Man game. Well, maybe we'll see that. Who
maybe that'll get
um,
canceled too.
Probably. So I don't know. I don't think this would be like a New York Comic Con thing. I think what they'll do in the next couple days, they'll come out and say, "Hey, did you like that? This is what it is." Like, I really do. I don't think they're gonna wait for because we don't have any like Nintendo, things coming up. So I think they're just gonna come out and say it.
How
Here's what it
funny?
is.
How funny would it be if they just didn't say anything? It'd just be like, here was a video.
I mean,
It's not related to
yeah,
anything.
no, but like I think they'll come out and say something, you know?
I don't think
I
so.
I don't
I really don't think so. I mean, it's I know it's almost the end of the year. Um, we doing a bet?
I mean, God, I don't know. This is like 50-50. I always feel like Nintendo like at least comes out and says when they show stuff. Like if they show any sort of teaser for something, whether I think when they were announcing the Smash Bros characters for the game, and they would show like little pictures of things of like, hey, this guess who this is. And then a couple days later they would do the video
Yeah,
of like this is what it
but
is.
that's a
So I feel
Sakurai
like
thing.
right.
That's more of a Sakurai thing and less of a Nintendo thing. Because Sakurai just loves bragging and showing off his stuff.
Well, yeah.
Um,
I truly think that they're gonna at least come out and say this is what
when?
it is.
When do you think?
I think it's gonna be sometime. I'm To make myself safe, I'm gonna say this month. Um,
Okay.
because I've seen this story in a lot of places, and I don't know like what it's like over in Japan right now with this video being out, but here I I've seen people talking about it. I never watched the video until we just watched it here. There's some pretty crazy conspiracy theories of what this is. I think Nintendo's probably sitting and laughing, and they're like, "Hey, we gotta say something." So I give it this month.
I
They'll
just
say something.
realized the rattles
I
kind of Rosalina's dress colors
I
a little bit.
it could be either Pikmin, or this could be like a clip from this could be a clip from the new movie, because they've already said it's coming out next year.
Yeah.
So they've got some stuff
Yeah.
already done.
I don't think okay. So you think that it is going to be by the end of this month? What do
I
I,
think I'll say something about it.
okay. Um I don't think so. I think if anything, maybe December, but I don't have to say anything because you already definitively said it's happening this month. Now I'm gonna say it's not this month. So
Of course you
what?
are.
Because I was already gonna say that. What do I get? What do I get if I win?
You get my wife's cat, Toby.
No thanks, I'm allergic.
He's kind of a jerk. I don't know. Um, I don't know. I think what we could. I don't know what you want to bet. Um,
I don't know. I don't know.
you think about what you'd like to bet on that. I mean, I would. I feel confident enough and take that bet. I don't think.
I'm confident enough in the reverse, so that's why I'm just like, we haven't done bets in a while. What happens?
I feel like people are freaking out about this, like the rapture, and like just looking at like Facebook and Blue Sky posts and like hearing people talk about it, I feel like people are freaking out. Like,
Yeah,
what is this? And I think Nintendo's gonna be like, all right, we got to come out and say what it is. They're
I don't
not
think
going to show
Nintendo
a trailer.
cares.
I think they're going to at least come out and say what it is. You know, they're not going to come out and do like a big showing about it, but they're at least going to say what it is. Or they're going to show this and it's going to have like something at the end of what it
Yeah,
is.
I don't think
Yeah.
so.
So,
So, well, I guess we'll find out. We'll find out what we're betting on. I mean, I'd bet I'm not going to on the off chance that I'm like actually a loser, but I feel confident enough that I feel like I could bet my Chrono Trigger.
wow.
I'm not
That's
saying
a
I'm doing it. I'm
pretty
just saying I feel confident enough that like
shit.
I
I
would
was,
do
I
that.
was thinking like Starbucks. That's what I was thinking of betting. Like the most I lose is a Starbucks drink.
And we could do
Um,
that.
because I'm gonna we always go to we always do the flea market thing or whatever. Next time we go, I'll bring you Starbucks if I lose.
All right.
So
Sounds
and if
good.
you and if I win, we'll just figure something same thing. We'll figure
Yeah.
it out.
All right.
But yeah, this is I love when they do this stuff like this where they're like, here it is. What is it? Um, so I don't know. I don't know. There's like when you see stuff like this, there's so many things going all over the place. So it should be interesting to find out later, like when we find out
Mhm.
what it actually is. But when you said the rattle there, ugh, I feel like this is very DreamWorks looking.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it could be a clip from the movie. I wouldn't be surprised. So
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I did want to bring that up just because, it is news. It is real news. And it's interesting news. I don't really have much else to say. I mean, like we have other things that we could talk about, but I feel like again, it's beating a dead horse. Like we could talk about how Game Pass is expensive, but like I feel like a lot of that news is changing so much right now that I don't think it's worth it to talk about until maybe like next year, and like if it does stay the same or change, we could go over like, hey, what were wrong, like what went wrong with this whole thing. um it's
I
also
mean, the only thing,
crazy how like Game Pass isn't sustainable, like it never has been.
no,
But at the same time, it is supposedly, from the false numbers, the seemingly false numbers that they show, it acts like their profits are high. And so because of that, you would think, oh, you shouldn't have to higher, like, I don't know, nothing should be what do you call it, you shouldn't have to make prices higher. So
yeah, I feel like what should be interesting is I think Tim Getty said this is like, wait, I'm excited to see those October numbers
yeah.
of people that have left. And I agree. It's kind of beating a dead horse. Everyone's kind of talked about it. The thing that I have to say is like looking at the market though, like we're starting to see things like Costco just announced that they're not carrying the Xbox Series X
Yeah,
or S anymore,
and
but they
Sam's
will
Club
carry.
apparently was discounting them like crazy.
Yeah, they said, but they will carry Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, and Switch 2.
Mhm.
I find it kind of unique that hey, you're not going to carry the next gen system, but you're going to carry Switches and Switch Lights. You know, I said to myself, if those older consoles that's several years old, that tells me it's a sales thing. And you know, I think Tim even said that he's heard that they were like slashing the prices on those.
Yeah,
I went on Sam's website to see they're not, but I'm gonna go in next week to my Sam's to see if they have them and what they're cutting them.
yeah,
Um, I already have a Series X. My son has a Series S. Um,
they're good
but
4K players. I will say that.
yeah, I will say that my X is probably used majority for that. I
Yeah.
own a couple digital titles,
Hmm.
um, but that's it. Like, I told this Alex before, I canceled my Game Pass. I had PC, so I was going from 11.99 to like almost $17 a month. Is not worth it. The only game I play is Halo, and I can still play that multiplayer online without it.
Yeah.
So, um, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Um, because when they raise the prices of the Xbox Series X and S, um, no one's going to pay $700 for a 2 terabyte special edition.
Yeah.
You know, no one's going to do it. Um, do I think Microsoft is done? No. I, I just think they're going to have to make some pretty smart choices as we move on.
Hmm. Yeah. Definitely. Um. Next thing, I guess I want to talk about here, if I can pull it up. Well, first of all, did you watch Smiling Friends this week?
No, I haven't. So if you've watched it, you can't talk about it. I'm excited it came back though. Uh,
It's pretty
I
good.
almost want to like rewatch the other seasons. Um, they're not very long. They're like what, 15 minutes an episode or something like
Less
that.
than that. They're like 11, 12.
Yeah. And they're on Max, so you
Yeah.
can go on Max and just breeze through them and pretty quickly. I did finish Wednesday this week though,
Mm.
so I I like the show. She, I will say, like the way she talks though gets old, you know.
Yeah.
But you got to see more family members. Um, you got to find out how Thing came to be, which is
Hmm.
pretty cool. This definitely felt more Tim Burton than anything else. Like there was stop shot animation.
Okay. Nice.
I think it's a good show. My wife and I tried watching it. She goes, "I can't." She talks in the same way the whole time, and
Yeah.
she's like, "I know it's Wednesday, but I just can't watch
Yeah.
this for a couple hours." So
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't watched it. I don't know if I will. It's one of those shows that interests me enough, but at the same time, I feel like I'm not gonna enjoy it. Like I really do like um the movies like in the
yeah.
90s, and like the like that's my Adams Family. Like I love what's his name? Doc Brown as
Oh
Fester.
yeah. Oh gosh, I
Christopher Lloyd.
totally, yes. He makes a short amount of time in this
Oh really? That's
season.
awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I love Christopher Lloyd as Fester in both of those films. Um like yeah, that is my Adams Family. Like Gomez, all of them. Um so yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll give it a chance sometime, but like I don't really have, I guess let me phrase that. I have time. I've just been choosing to use my time different ways, and we'll talk about that here in a second, but um I do want to say you have Crunchyroll. You have Crunchyroll now.
I do.
And now you're not obsessed with it, but you have it. Um so let's open up that can of worms there. What are you watching and why?
So I originally got the trial because the kids wanted to watch the Dragon Ball Super Hero movie. Um, my oldest son borrowed it, and then he ended up buying the 4K, and he just never got me the copy back, and so he doesn't know where it is. So I was like, you know what? I can just watch it here. It's digital. Let's do it. Uh, my one son did watch it like 3 times in a weekend. Loved it, and so I just kept on Alex. I said, "Man, I'm going to cancel this because I just wanted to free." But then I didn't. Well, now that I've canceled my Xbox, I'm like, I might as well keep it. It's
It's
seven
so
ninety nine a
cheap,
month.
and it hasn't
Yeah,
moved in like years.
no. I think what I might do though, they have a yearly one where I can just pay for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
That's probably what I'll do because then I don't have to worry about it. So I've had a couple of shows that I've watched. I did watch. I hope I'm saying this right, like Boy and a Beast or
Yeah.
Beast and a Boy or whatever.
Boy and the
Um,
Beast. It's a movie from like
yeah,
2014,
it's older. Um,
15.
I
this
I was
one?
like, it's okay.
It
I
was
wonder I could tell you what I'm watching because I don't
It's a
know.
Mamoru Hosoda film. So that is, let's see. That's the guy who did the our war game from Digimon, Summer Wars, Girl Through Lecture
Okay.
Time, Mirai, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so I watched that. So I have my you'll love this. So I have my list pulled up, what's on my watch list. I only have 4 things. I have Boy and the Beast, Outcast, because there was that crazy clip going around of a guy being attacked by people in masks and like amazing martial arts there. It's taking a little time to get there. Um, I have Street Fighter 2, the animated series, which I've been watching. It's pretty awful. Um,
It's dying on Blu-ray. Discotek released that recently, and Darkstalkers and all of that on Blu-ray.
oh, I don't know that I could purchase this and feel good about it. And then
Mega
there's
Man.
another one I started. Yeah, I want Mega Man though, even though it's cheesy. Um, so this one, I hope I'm Tojima wants to be a common writer. I started watching it. Episode 1 is what's on right now. So it's a different one about a guy that wants to become a common writer. And so like ever since he was a kid, so he has this like little kid's common writer mask and he goes after bad guys. Um it it's the thing says um present a story of adults who love common writer a little too much and start playing pretend for real. He's like a 40-year-old man, but it showed up as something I would like. And so I was
Mhm.
like, I'll get this. I've I will say that I'm probably watching more anime now. Um, do you remember that show I watched on Netflix about the guy that was stuck uh in the video game? It's called Overlord.
Yeah, they have the rest of that on there.
Yeah, so the rest of the seasons are on there, and there's like 2 movies
Yeah.
on there. Um, so I think this is pretty good. Um, my one son probably watches it the most.
Mhm.
Um, but like, because I could tell he's been watching stuff. So we did watch Battle of the Gods um there. I tried watching this one and it just didn't, you know, fit for me. But I think Outcast and those, there's only one of the want to become a common writer. That's it. So I think if you're gonna get Crunchyroll for 7.99 a month, why not?
Yeah. I personally don't have it because I don't think I watch enough anime. Um, at least newer stuff, I would say. Or if I do, they seem to be on Hulu, so I already have Hulu. So that's how I watch it. But or yeah, I have Blu-rays. I have a bunch of Blu-rays and DVDs of things that I still just need to watch.
Mhm.
So I just don't get into that. But if I do, then I use my friends because he's here. It's his. Um, so with that being said, do you want to broaden your horizons? Do you want to watch something new? Do you want to?
Yeah, yeah. I think you know me well enough to be like, hey, this is you would like this. I have it up now. I will pull it up and I will take a look at it.
Man, so do I. So there's things I want to recommend you that I'm like not ashamed of watching, but you should not watch in front of like your kids. Probably not in front of your wife. There's like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
I mean, what was I watching? Oh, I was watching earlier Naruto when he had his sexy jutsu.
This
And
would
my
be
wife's like,
worse.
"What?" Oh, well, she's like, "What are you watching?" I said, that's his defense." She goes, "A half naked woman is his defense." I go, "He's still very young. It's okay." So what?
Would that make it
So what am I?
worse?
I mean, so what am I looking up? Because do I need to clear my history when we're done, or
No, it
um,
depends. It depends on what I want to make you watch. I think you really like Konosuba, but it's a comedy. It is an isekai comedy. So it is another world. kid dies, gets sent to another world. He's kind of a useless guy, but he gets to choose like a power for where he goes to the new world, and so he like gets into a guild. Um he gets to fight and you know be successful or just be a failure, but somehow just like falls into success with random things, but he's like really like a loser. um that's a really fun show that a lot of people like, myself included. I think you would enjoy that, but it does get a little, gets a little etchy, you know what I mean? Like it gets a little
To get a little dicey.
yeah, it gets a little lewd, if you catch my drift.
And what's it called?
Ko no Suba with a
I
K.
mean, I'm looking at my Hulu because I do watch some on Hulu. I've got like to give you an idea of like stuff that I would probably like to watch. Farming Life in Another World is
Mhm.
one of the ones I have on there. Um,
New
there's one
Digimon just
where
started actually. I haven't watched it yet. Beat Break
I
just started.
watched so I watched a guy that was talking about it, and he did say, um, like it's definitely not for kids.
Mhm.
Um, is it Digimon?
Beat Break is the newest one.
Yeah, there it is. Um, I love the animation style on this.
Yeah.
Um, they only have one episode out,
Yeah,
23 minutes.
it just came out like on Sunday or Saturday.
Um, I mean, I remember watching the old Digimon, um, and then I tried watching the 3 movies that were like, but I could never get the order right of what they were,
Mhm.
um, where they were like grown up, they were like older.
Oh, yeah, there's like 5 of those.
Yeah, and so, like, I enjoyed those. This looks really good. I wish they would do trailers, though. Um,
You can probably find it on YouTube or whatever. But yeah, I would say it really just depends. Like I've found stuff for you and I feel like I find stuff for you where I'm like, I think you would enjoy this, but it depends on like I don't know. Th- this episode has just become let's recommend Ben some anime. Maybe that'll be the title of this.
I
Um
mean,
but have you watched Inuyasha? I feel like you would love Inuyasha.
so, I'm gonna get a lot of hate here. I
Well, this is the end of the show. Well, I
yeah,
appreciate you all for being here.
so
I think you
I
will love Inuyasha. I'm serious.
I remember when it came out on Adult Swim, and
Boku dachi wa.
I did not like it. Um, I didn't watch it, and it was like, maybe at the time, maybe it was too campy for me because I was watching, like at this time, I was watching, like, Outlaw Star, I was watching Cowboy Bebop, Big O, like, these are the ones I was watching, and, when this show came on, I'm just like, "God, that girl whines all the time, that's all she ever does is whine."
Yeah,
Um,
that could also be like yes, that is true. But that could also be, and because you have access to Crunchyroll, you're upset with the voices, just switch it to subbed, you
I
know?
mean, that could be it too.
Like that's how
Um,
I feel with a lot of stuff. Like I can't stand the Neon Genesis Evangelion dub, like the original dub. So I watched it subbed, and that's how I really enjoyed it. And so I loved it that way. Um
I
so
mean,
yeah.
I agree because I think we've talked before about subbed versus dubbed. Like Kung Fu Hustle
Mhm.
is much better subtitled. The jokes hit better in that, rather than the dub version. The dub version, the jokes don't hit.
Yeah.
Uh, Mostly because they just were like, let's just find people to like dub this over, and they maybe weren't the best actors.
Yeah.
Um, the jokes are funnier in subtitles, so maybe I'll give it a go. It's so funny. Like I'll go to So the ones that they suggested I should watch, because after you start watching,
Panty and stocking
uh,
with garter belt. Has it recommended that for you yet?
no,
That's
like,
hilarious. I've only seen the first one. I can't attest to the
uh,
second season.
Wild Last Boss appeared.
Mhm. So it's giving
Um,
you all the shonen. sign in things. Same.
My Hero Academia, shocking.
That's almost done.
Yeah, that's on the last season.
Yeah.
Um, Attack on Titan, there's movies,
Yeah.
Black Clover.
That's coming back.
What?
Black
Black
Clover.
Clover?
Yeah.
That's the one my oldest one told me to watch. He's like, "Dude, you should watch that." Um,
That main character though whines a lot. I couldn't get through it. At least
yeah,
in the beginning. Supposedly he's better.
Vinland Saga season 2, which I did watch season 1
Mhm.
of that. I will say this though, if you're gonna watch it, it's super dark. It's not. I feel like sometimes you have anime where it's the especially the action genre, there's always like the ups and the downs. The whole thing is dark. Literally, the kid was part of like royalty in Viking world,
Yeah.
watched his dad die in front of him as a kid, was
That's the
taken into
Berserk author
slavery.
too, I think.
Yep, watched got taken into slavery, tried to revenge his family, but was never strong enough, so he just keeps getting stronger to the point where he's so good that he can defeat people fairly quickly. Uh, but even at the end of it, you're like, "Oh, man, this is awful." Like, it's not a I mean, Berserk was never like a happy ending sort of deal. Uh, it's really dark. In
Yeah.
season 2, he's just trying to go through life, you know? Um, but they've got it's so crazy looking at like Assassination Classroom is one they suggested.
I hated the manga for that.
Uh, some of these I've watched, like, um, but like one of them they said is Certain Magic Index. I would
There's
like.
so many of those. Because there's a certain magical index, there's a certain scientific railgun, a certain blah 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 blah. Like there I don't know where to start.
Well, I was showing my sister-in-law was here a couple weeks ago, and she's like, "Hey, I've been watching anime on TikTok, just like clips I want to start watching." And so I brought up my Crunchyroll on my TV, and she's like, "Ooh, I want to start watching One Piece." I'm like, "I'm gonna warn you, One Piece has ridiculous amount of episodes and movies together." So I don't know. I told her to start with Demon Slayer. I
Yeah.
did suggest Inuyasha,
Yeah.
um, you know, and I said there's some comedies I don't watch those, but you know,
Yeah.
um, I, I think I don't know if I've ever said this before, and I'll say it again. Looking at Crunchyroll and like Hulu and Netflix, these were things when I was younger we just didn't have access to.
Or he had bootleg VHS tapes.
Yeah, I think I showed you. I have a bootleg of
Yeah.
Outlaw Star. I bought it from Amazon,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh, this is legit. It's from Amazon." No, it's not legit.
Yeah.
It's like a total fake.
That and the Full Metal Alchemist were at that time because they were both Funimation. They're both bootlegs. I have a real Full Metal Alchemist finally, thank God. But yeah, it's crazy, right?
I think people forgot about Outlaw Star because it
Mm,
was like one season. I want to say.
yeah, maybe
Um,
26
It was
episodes or so.
so good. But again, this is if you wanna go back and look at our Adult Swim, go back and check that out. Um, Outlaw Star was something that I found out from Adult Swim.
Hmm. Yeah,
I think that's the first time I've ever watched Gundam too.
yeah. Go watch some Gundam. Go watch some
Yeah,
original.
but I I might have to watch the original because some of them I've watched before and I'm like, "Eh."
Zeta is probably my favorite, which is the second one. Um, but I think the first two are technically dubbed, but I can't attest to how good those are. I only watched it subbed. They're from like 1979 or whatever. So they are very old. You have Lupin. You have Lupin Sensei on
Yeah.
there. You have season 2 or you have part 2, part 1, part 3, part
I
4
think
and 5
I wanna say that some of the
and
movies are
0.
in here too.
Yeah, you might have like Mamao and like Cagliostro and stuff like that.
I mean, they've got
Napoleon.
I mean, they've got Lupin the Third, Part 3, Part 1, Part 2.
Mhm.
They've got a whole bunch of stuff here, and I think they have one of the movies.
Yeah.
This is older Lupin too, just looking at it.
Yeah, 1, 2 and 3 are old. 0 is supposed to be a prequel, so it looks old on purpose. It's like 6 or 7 episodes. Oh, you might not have 0 on there. Because
No,
that's a high dive. Same thing with part 6. Um,
God, they even have, like, a original City Hunter
yeah.
and Voltron, which is Beast King, not Voltron.
Yeah, yeah, they have a bunch of that stuff. I think they have Cat's Eye
I
on
I
there
think I
too.
think for the I think I think for the money, this is the best way of watching some anime.
Mhm,
Um, I'm, like, looking at this stuff now. There's even, like, original, like, Fist of the North Star, like, the show.
mhm.
And the first time I ever watched it was the movie. I didn't know that there was an actual show. So, I
Yeah,
just remember the whole scene where he's like, "You're not gonna find me?" He goes, "I can't, because 'cause you're already dead." And
yeah.
then he just started it.
Omae wa mo
So the guys
shinderu. Nani? Yeah,
the,
that's a big one.
the poor it's so funny because when I got it, I was in the basement. So, Columbia House's anime club,
Yeah.
and so I that's the first one they sent me,
Mhm.
and it was pretty violent. I was like, "Holy crap."
Yeah. Yeah. Well, alright, let's play the game. Um, we're gonna play a game right now. So, um, 90s, 2000s, 2010s.
2010.
Okay. Um,
Is this for you giving me a recommendation?
yeah. Um, like how Panty and Stocking did pop up at the beginning. Um, that's the show that I think Funimation did initially. It looks like Powerpuff Girls animation, but it's like very raunchy on purpose. Like it's just a comedy, like straight up like comedy. Season 2 came out recently, and that's on Amazon. I want to say I have not watched it, so I can again I cannot attest to how good or bad that is, but I remember the first season hilarious. Um, okay. Um, oh, maybe I'll cheat a little bit. Uh, okay. What would you rather have, a male or female protagonist?
Uh, um, I'm
Expand
good
your
with either
horizons.
or. I mean, I'm good with either or because I don't being someone that's like a big movie buff, I've seen both and both have been good. But let's just for sake say let's do female.
Okay, how many episodes do you want? One core, two cores,
Two cores are fine.
two cores. So that's like 26. Um, okay. Um, let's see. Let's see. What we got? What we got? What we got? Not
Real
that.
quick while you're why real quick while you're doing this,
Mm-hmm.
I've always signed on to Crunchyroll on my PC a couple times. They actually have a free game thing, if you remember.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The
And
Game Boy game thing.
yeah, so like Shin-Chan's on there.
Oh really?
Yeah, Shin-Chan, me and the professor on summer vacation.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have that game on Switch.
So you could download that and play
Yeah,
that
yeah.
game
That game's
on I
awesome.
here's the bad part, it's, like, only on, like so it's either iOS or Android.
Mm, gotcha.
I don't really like to play on my phone, but
Yeah,
sorry.
I yeah. No, you're fine. So I found the problem is I found something. I found a few things. Um, I'm gonna give you No, I don't want to give you Squid Girl. Um, it's a
I'm kind
horrible
of
show.
nervous. Okay, I'm kind of
Um,
nervous of what you're gonna give me.
let's see. When did do you care if it's actiony?
No, no.
All right, I'm gonna make you watch Sound Euphonium. That's a bunch of seasons, but like we'll see. We'll see how you
Sound
feel with that.
euphonium.
Yeah, band kids being band kids.
Gotcha. I mean, I'll tell you that I watched. What was it? I watched. Oh, I was watching one that had a female protagonist. They were kids, and they were in this. It's called Gween Saga. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong.
Hmm.
Was on Netflix, disappeared, never to be seen again. I've never been able to find it.
Yeah, there's a couple other things I'd recommend. Like if you were gonna say one core, like if you only had like such amount of time to watch something for like 13 episodes, Angel Beats is a really good one and done. About kids in a weird school and trying to figure out like why they're there. And like the student council
I'm gonna look
president
that
being
up.
weird. Um, that's from like 2008, maybe 2009. Um,
Here it is. I mean, that's not.
that one's pretty good. So I'm gonna write this one.
I feel like I have this app. I want to get the most out of it. I didn't know they had games. That's pretty crazy. Um,
You might know this one. Okay, so I gave you three options here. Sound Euphonium's the longest. How to He is kind of cheating, but the movie came out in like 2010 ish, 2012 maybe. Um, and then there's Angel Beats, which is so How to He would be two core and a movie. Angel Beats is one core. Sound Euphonium is like three, 4 seasons and two movies, and one is a standalone that could be just like you could just watch it. Well, so technically three movies, but one is like so far removed that like you could just watch it as like that's the only thing you would watch, and it would be perfect. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen. But yeah, so those are my options for you. We'll circle back. I think Angel Beach should be on there. If it's not, then
yeah, I just looked at it.
okay.
So it is here. Let me pull it back up again. Um,
It's like 13
yep,
episodes.
it's on here. Yeah, it's not very long, 13 episodes.
Yeah.
So
I have it. I have it on Blu-ray. It's one of those like out of print things. So like I got it from someone because he was moving like years ago, and he was like, "Hey, I'm moving. Does anyone want my anime?" He wasn't even like selling it. So I was like, "Yeah, I'll
oh
take
wow.
this." And so I think that's how I got Angel Beats, and that's how I got Fujiko Mine, like the Lupin spinoff. Um, and so yeah, that's how I got those. And then there's another guy who was moving, and that's how I got Monica. Oh yeah, Monica's another good one. Yeah, you might actually like Monica.
I
Um,
never just so you know, when my friends move, even ones that have borrowed like Blu-ray from me or whatever, I don't get any of that back, nor do I get free stuff. I will say that, and I not to joke, Alex does a good job of like, "Hey, do you want this?" Um, or like if I get something and I'm like, when I made the mistake of maybe buying too much stuff on Whatnot, I was like, "Hey, Alex, do you want this?"
mhm.
'Cause sometimes I'm like, "Alex, I just spent like $70 on Whatnot." He's like, "Why?" I'm like, "It all looked good, and now I own like
I
5
kept I
different
kept
versions of."
swiping. I kept swiping yes.
I said, "Now I own 5 copies of Monster Hunter for PSP."
Or I have some Yu-Gi-Oh Game Boy games.
So funny story about that. I hate to go on a tangent. So I had bought a box. It was complete in box. I had to buy the game, right? And the game came with 2 games. Sold it on eBay. I'm doing cleaning up over here, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I forgot to send the second game," right? Um, Emailed the guy. I said, "Hey, I have the second one here." He's like, "No, I'm good." I was like, "What do you mean you're good?" He goes, "Oh, I'm good with this one. You don't need to send it."
Huh.
So if you want a Yu-Gi-Oh! Japanese game, you
I'm I'm fine. I don't need that. I have the what do you call it? The whatever the
the Switch one,
yeah, the one that has the Japanese ones on there.
it's on that one, just so you know.
Yeah, I'm sure. I have a few of them in English and Japanese for like Game Boy Advance even. Um but yeah, I had other stuff to talk about, but I mean, we kind of went into a tangent of let's make Ben watch anime. Now he has Crunchyroll.
Which is fine, and if you're listening and you're like, "Hey, I think you'd like this," send it to us on our social media. I
Yeah.
would love to get stuff.
Yeah,
We
I won't
as
listen to you, but Ben might.
I mean, yeah. Well, we're getting closer to a time where I'll have more downtime
Mhm.
and I'll be able to watch more stuff.
Yeah, when are you gonna watch the Ranma remake? I haven't watched it yet.
You know what's funny? I always wanted to watch it because it's martial arts based,
Yeah, it's
and
comedy though.
I s yeah, and I saw there was, like, a remake, and I was like, "Oh, this I can watch." I I haven't watched it yet, but I want to.
Don't watch it in front of the kids. Actually, I don't think there's any. You don't actually see anything this time, but like, there's a lot of nudity as a joke, you know. But that's also Takahashi. So like, that's Inuyasha person, the creator of that.
Okay.
She also did the one thing I've been watching again. I'm on season 3 right now of Urusei Yatsura, and this is hilarious. I love this show so much. It's from the 80s. It's just space alien comedy. Um, I think I've explained that on one of the episodes before, but just in case no one's that is also on Crunchyroll. But there's like 200 episodes and like 6 movies,
Oh, wow.
but it's worth it. In case anyone hasn't heard about that one, I think I've talked about it before, but it's the one where the main character is like a player and he tries to just hit on every single woman, and he like has a girlfriend in the beginning, and still hits on every other woman who's around him, gets rejected by all of them, like a Johnny Bravo type thing, except he has a girlfriend. um but but he's also like wimpy, and so kind of like Johnny Bravo, but not really. And then there's a thing that happens where it's like, oh, these alien invaders show up and they're like, hey, um we're going to invade your planet unless you win this customary thing where like you can try to win your planet back. And so you'll have to play a game of tag with my daughter. And so we will choose everyone out of the whole world's population, and it lands on the main character, Moriboshi Ataru. And so he has to go and play tag and catch her, and he gets her. Spoilers, but not really. It's just episode 1. It's not even really the plot of the show. And so he gets her, and so he's yelling like, I will get married or something like that, because he promises his girlfriend he's going to get married if he wins and all this stuff. The alien girl mishears him, is like, okay, I will marry you. And so the rest of the show is just him trying to deal with this alien girl who really wants him. And he's just like, get away from me. I want to go hit on these other ladies, essentially. And then she keeps getting mad because she's like, no, we're married. And so it's just a comedy of just weird alien stuff happens while this like 16-year-old is just trying to hit on ladies. So
That's hilarious. That I so basically, it's a full season of a family of like of an episode of Family Guy, just Quagmire.
yeah, kind of, I would say, except a little less pervy-ish. I don't know, maybe equally pervy, but less acting upon things. Um, but yeah, it's really good. I recommend at least maybe the first couple episodes just to get a feel for it. It is an 80s anime. At least in some of the episodes, there may be some nudity, but it's so and like that's how anime used to be back then. Like they did nudity for like humor, I would feel, gags and stuff, and less for like sexual things. And
Yeah,
so because of that, like obviously like things just aren't detailed or anything. It's kind of just like, oh no, he accidentally did this or whatever, like it's not even like 90s or 2000s anime where like yeah it's a gag but it's also like way too well drawn or something like that. You're like, what is this doing here?
yeah,
Whereas this is just like, this is straight up comedy first, but this is one of Takahashi's first things. So like it was this, then probably like Mermaid and Ranma, and then Inuyasha, and then some other stuff. But Urusei Yatsura also does have a remake that's pretty good as well, but I think that's on High Dive. I don't think that's on uh Crunchyroll. But yeah, that's been your episode of us telling Ben what to watch. Yeah, if you think you know what else Ben should watch, I'm just telling him whatever I want to make him watch, honestly. Like I'm not, he's really much a shonen seinen type person. Um so you could probably find him stuff like that and he'd probably enjoy it. Honestly, I don't think Dot Hack is on there, but you might enjoy at least Dot Hack Sign. Um I know it's on some stuff. It used to be on Tubi for a while.
oh,
Uh
yeah, it was on Tubi, I remember.
yeah. But yeah, so yeah, that's been an episode here. If you like it, go ahead and find us on Spotify, or the reverse. You can find us on YouTube. The Spotify has come out on Wednesdays, and the YouTube comes out on Fridays. We're almost at the end of our year. So again, starting in November, you're going to see a lot of pre-recorded things, and so just be aware that yeah, a lot of these things are going to be pre-recorded. So if you are asking us questions, or you're like, hey, they said something that's wrong, well, it's because they recorded it back in like September, October, so that's why we're wrong. Sorry. um but yeah, we will see you here in the next couple weeks, and I have nothing really else to say. Do you have anything else to say, Ben?
Just to get at it.
Get at it.